Mahia is in Luo Jayaf, or he was a medicine man, as they try to say in English, but in Luo culture he was basically the leader, at least the spiritual leader of any clan. So Kanyamwa had Gor Mahia, Gor Kogalo. And now here's where things start to split with those of us from Kobwai, because Kobwai also had their medicine man. And there was a man called Otuoma. So Otuoma and Gor Mahia were peers, and they would have their spiritual battles. But that's who Gor Mahia was. Gor Mahia is a legendary medicine man, spiritual leader of the people of Kanyamwa. And where I live today, in Homa Bay, is not too far. It's within eyesight of my home right now. So I look at it 1 or 2 hills down, and I know that's where Gor Mahia comes from. I'm a student of history, particularly Luo history. So I'll try and remember this particular chapter, because you've asked me about Sipul. I take it that's where you come from. So let me try, and you can go and verify with your elders if I've said it correctly. Jok was son of Ramogi. Jok had many sons, 4 sons, including Kwanya and one called Rachwanyo. Legend has it that Jok had asked his sons to be in the farm at night to ensure that there was no, sometimes they say hippo, sometimes they say rhino, doesn't matter, to protect the farm from animals. Then Jok himself went to hang out somewhere nearby. On his way back, he was passing the farm, and he was mistaken by his sons to be the hippo, and was speared to death. And the sons scattered to different parts of what is now, or what is in South Nyanza. Somehow, this son called Rachwanyo ends up in the neighborhood of what is now Rachwanyo today. And he is found by some old men, including, I think, one called Nyakwar and one called Chien. They traded this Rachwanyo boy because he was a good hunter. He was a good hunter, but he was a little difficult. So at one point he's with Nyakwar, one time he's with Chien. Eventually, he settles in Chien's home. Chien had many wives, including the eldest called Omieri. Omieri was barren.
Omieri, the famous.
I don't know if it's connected, but I know there was a wife of Chien, the eldest wife was called Omieri, barren. So Chien had Rachwanyo live as if the child of Omieri. Then he died. Chien died. And was inherited by Rachuonyo, as is tradition, or one of the options in the traditions. Chien or Rachuonyo had a dog, a hunting dog, that he used to hunt with. That dog was called Sipul. When Rachuonyo got his first child, a boy, he wanted to name him Chien, but he was told it's taboo or not allowed. So he had to call the child Sipul. So Rachuonyo's first son is named after the pet. And so legend has it that when the likes of Sipul became of age, they then moved into Oyugi's area, which is where you're from. So that's the history. I've given you the history of Kasipul all the way up to Jok, through Rachuonyo, Chien, up to Jok, to Ramogi. So I can do that with many other clans, but at the end of it all, what you call Karachuonyo today, or the greater Karachuonyo today, includes Kasipul, Kabondo, and Lower Rachuonyo. With Kasipul and Nini being Upper Karachuonyo. But there's also a connection to somebody called Onyango, who became Onyango Rabala, which then brings in the greater southern Nyanza clans, including Kabuoch, Kanyamoa, who are currently in Dewa. In Nyatike, there's Kadem, and there's Karungu. Those are all Onyango Rabala. So I myself am from Dewa, specifically Kwabwai, but I am an ancestor. I'm an ancestor of Rachuonyo by way of my mothers. Both my mother and my stepmother are from Karachuonyo in Kamser and a place called Kanyamfwa in West Karachuonyo. So that's the history.